Greetings.
Greetings, my friend.
Nice setup you got there.
Thank you, sir. What are you holding in your hands? What is this?
What do you think it is? What does a Reaper carry at the time?
I mean, is it a scythe?
Yes. Don't you like it?
Yeah, it's quite nice, but
here's my
you're
character.
gonna are you gonna use it?
How do you not know that?
Holy fuck. So what's your name, Reaper?
I'm sorry, what was that?
What's your name, Reaper?
Just the Reaper.
Just the Reaper?
Yes, just the
That's
Reaper.
fine. Am I dreaming?
Maybe.
Holy shit. So, how old is the Reaper?
1,000 years old.
Holy Christ. Are you hearing me through this microphone? Or
Plus,
through
you have a
this
secondary microphone.
Here.
It sounds like it's coming from that microphone closest to your mouth.
This one?
Yes.
Thanks.
Yes. Maybe you should have that hidden.
Where is the Reaper from?
From the land of the dead.
From the land of the dead. Is that a cemetery?
It is everywhere. It's all around us. Why do you think we are always haunted all the time?
Am I not alive?
You are alive. For now.
So how can I be on the land of the dead?
I'm saying it's all around us. Invisible.
Oh.
Yes. Just like the angels and the demons. And all of them.
That makes sense.
And the spirits.
You could master an RPG room. I mean, I would make part of it. That's very submersive. You know what I mean? Like Dungeons and Dragons or stuff. Well.
You seem very quiet all of a sudden.
I see what?
Are you doing a mic test right now?
You do like what?
And there is no voice now.
There's no voice now?
It is completely silence. Either that or it's just my side, I'm not sure which. I'll check the video later to find out.
It's not working.
I'm sorry, I still can't hear you. You must be having mic problems.
I don't know, it should be working. I mean, it's working here.
You're just cutting in and out now. I'm not sure which one the problem is. I don't know if it's me or you or how does this work. Like I said, I would have to check the video later to find out if it even worked. If it does, you know, you may find me on YouTube. I'm going to start up a channel here soon.
Really?
Yeah. If there's no voice, that would be kind of a bad thing is you can't respond right about now. Be on the lookout for something Reaper related. I don't know. Maybe the Reaper 567, I don't know. I have to start the count, I haven't started it yet. Yeah, 567 possibly. Or just the Reaper. Just look at anything Reaper related, maybe. That would help you. Can you hear me? Yes. Why those numbers? Just numbers I like. There's a lot of things I like. Sometimes I have Minecraft worlds with that too. Of course, I haven't really done Minecraft yet. I think I might get there. As my other persona, I usually do a thing of being thing, but lately, this is new. Hopefully I can get this to work very well and doesn't become very awkward since, this is Chatroulette and, you find a random hoo-haws or whatever you want to call it. That's the disadvantage of this. Hopefully there's a blur mechanism in the YouTube edit thing. Otherwise, it's going to be kind of like, warning, you might find nudity, blah, 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 blah. But then again, I am the Reaper. I see all. Sometimes I know all. But yes. I'm sorry, what? I still can't hear you. I don't know. I'm not very good with. Maybe write it down and put it on a piece of paper, put it up to the screen. Or on the phone, that can help too, yeah. Sometimes I'm not very good with names. I usually have to get a list of names. Because there's always so many people out in the world. I don't know, you might look like a Randall, a Jeff, Frank, Austin. I can't see that, it's too blurry. Hold on a second, let me kind of take a peek with my real eye. It's still too blurry. Yeah, I'm gonna look blurry. It's not. It's not focusing. Something with a D, it looks like. Call me Dingo? Is that Dingo? Diego? Diego? Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, you do look like a Diego. That's real nice. Oh, look, you kind of had a chance to see my real face, but then again, I don't know if the phone was blocking it or not. At least it's not bony. That could be the worst part. I could have a bony face. That would really be scary. And probably interesting for YouTube too. Holy crap, how's a real bony face move and talk and everything? I didn't know Reapers had eyes. What else are you supposed to see? That's why sometimes we have bad hearing too, because our ears are not always never as good either. Sometimes we have eyes, sometimes we don't have ears, sometimes we just, missing parts. That's why some of us wear masks, because we have all the parts. And we just don't look very threatening. If you came up as a Reaper, would you be very threatening as a Reaper? I don't think so. It's like, oh my gosh, it's Diego the Reaper! Oh! Oh, that's considered training moment. Things are here, so or no. If that makes sense. Does the Reaper have What's that last part I can't see? Oh, parents. Well, I believe so. I think it's been so long. How is a Reaper born? Just like everybody else. Sometimes, as a human, and his namesake, you get chosen sometimes. It depends, really. I really can't say because, it could be kind of offensive to for probably some people if I did. Two Reapers have 6. If living or the dead. That information I can't really say. I'm sorry. It's kind of like a little too personal. If you remember, like, how Peter Griffin or, the Reaper on Family Guy, how that went for them. I mean, not all of us have that touch of death. Usually we just help the souls get where they need to go, or, we have different jobs. But at the same time, though, who finds a Reaper really sexy like that anyway? Hi, do you find me attractive? I can give you all you want. No? Oh, I'm sorry. He's a very good guy. Yeah. Now the Angel of Death, he's very good too. He's very interesting. The Angel of Death, the main guy. You just don't want to piss him off. That's one of those things. You just don't want to piss him off. You don't want to do that whole, biblical thing of, wait, what? Do, do, say, do. I, for some reason, it's still not coming out right. That or is my mask. I'm not sure. Do you request a god? Well, just the main character, the main guy, I mean, he is all knowing and comes in different forms usually. That's the way I see it. He's just different guy, different forms. One guy, different forms, just trying to help with the people. Like helping people. Mostly I take care of, those sinners, ever so often the ones that don't get their way, the way they're supposed to for justice wise, and the ones that try to get away. I usually try to take care of those. The little, yeah. Sometimes it's instant death, sometimes it's, long, gritting, something like that. Oh, of course, we all have feelings. How else do you think we gotta figure things out? And sometimes we don't use our feelings, sometimes we do. It just really depends on the situation. Because you can't just always require your feelings. Everybody be dead, probably. Have you ever killed an angel? But they're not killable, unfortunately. No, 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 no. That doesn't go very well, especially with those archangels. You try to do anything with them, and you pretty much just basically get yourself a punishment for a little while. Not very helpful at all. No. That's why some of them don't even have limbs. Well, wait, they have limbs, but I mean they don't have features. You know, in face, eyeballs, stuff. Because punishment. That or age, one of the two. Just really depends, really. I mean, on what game you're talking about, possibly. I don't understand the last part. It's not focused. It's, it's not coming in focus. I'm sorry. D&D vampires or masquerade. That's the last word, masquerade. I think so. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. What? Reaper. Yeah. I want to make sure I get the right thing. What does that say? Sorry, still. Oh, eat for breakfast. What Reapers eat for breakfast? It really depends, really. Sometimes I eat for breakfast, sometimes I don't. Depends on how things go. Depends how gruesome some things are, when you come across those souls. You just don't want to, go, yeah, I think I'm in the mood for Cocoa Puffs. Had a nice bloody massacre here, and I'm going to have some Cocoa Puffs. Or a big old giant bowl of omelet. I don't know. What happened after? What happens after this? It really depends, really. I mean, usually it goes with a lot of times with how the Christian base goes, You die, you go get judged. You go to the bad place, you go to the good place. It just really depends. Depends on the religion, usually, sometimes. Because everyone has a different opinion of how it looks. I do say it was one of those things, once you die, you're not going to be, like, stuck in the ground and just, like, that's it. It usually depends. I mean, depends how well you've done. I mean, if you've been bad all your life, you go really much toward a bad place. If you go for really good and, really taking it in the right way, you go to the good place. Depends on how well your sins are. And a lot of times, a lot of people use the ticket for Jesus, too. And I'm surprised at how many of those go well. It's like, holy crap, you got Jesus. Good luck for you. Have a nice day. Two reapers eventually. No, not really. I mean, we're more of immortal. I mean, there might be a time whenever you know the end, but we don't know when the end is, and that's not our place to know. Let's see. Okay. There's no way to kill a Reaper. I mean, I know that the Supernatural showed it where you take their own side, and go swoosh, but they just upgrade or something like that. Well, maybe, I don't know. We never really tried killing another Reaper. We don't experiment in that matter. That might not go so well. And to get a hold of one of these, it's kind of hard, really. I mean, you have to be really cunning. None of the demon spells, none of the angel spells, nothing like that like stuff you probably see on Supernatural. That won't work. There's never fighting. We usually always know what's going on. We have our assignments, we know what's going on. It's always exactly the way it's supposed to be. It's always a just. It really depends. I mean, it's that Zathos and the Ghost Rider. Those are kind of different kind of versions of Reapers, and they're just out there always constantly going out for vengeance. But ever so often we do take care of justice. Ever so often, you just don't know it. It's not like you're gonna see a Reaper go, "Zoom, we're here. We're gonna take care of this justice." Boom. Gotta focus. Hang on a second. Trying to see what it says. Oh, have you ever been on vacation as a Reaper? It varies usually because a lot of times once you're on vacation, sometimes it happens where you get to fall off vacation because a job pops up or something like that. You know, things happen. I mean, a lot of times on our off times, it just depends. It just depends on the Reaper, really. I mean, sometimes. I mean, it's a great entrance. Sometimes, you just kind of have a great entrance on that one. All the time. Yes, I've seen many miracles and very many different things. He's always around us. I wonder if the cats are getting picked up in that. Well, if you like to, you can have it where this can be like the end of the conversation if you like. I mean, I can always figure out something else. I'm probably gonna have to edit this video eventually. Let's see. If a Reaper helps someone die, who's responsible for getting people alive? I'm really not sure. Usually, that's basically all the heavens work for basically like living people. I don't go up there much, except for judgment. I guess I can say that. Who's the oldest person you ever met? Well, it's really hard to say. There's been many. And right now I can't think of anything, I'm sorry. What does it say? It's kind of focusing, but not really. Let's see. Can you tell? Oh, can you tell me a history about a helpful person? Unfortunately, that's not completely accurate on all that. You know, sometimes they say they're helpful, but you know, what, is that mean your phone dying? I guess I can say goodbye then, and we can probably end this video that way too, and you know, have a great time. I mean, it was a great questionnaire, probably be a great video startup. I just gotta make sure you edit the first part of this video because there's probably a little bit of issues here and there, but you know, that's what happens when you get on Chatroulette. Alright, well then, adios. It's nice meeting you. Maybe we'll meet again sometime later. I'm gonna do another questionnaire, maybe, or something. And maybe this time you actually have sound. We'll find out. Alright, adios.